Good afternoon, good morning, welcome in wherever you are in the world. I'm really pleased to see you. For those of you who don't know me, if you're brand new to Crafters TV and you've never seen my face before, I'm Leann Chivers. I work here at Crafters Companion and I'm going to be with you for the next hour with a fabulous craft along where love is very definitely in the air. Now we're having a bit of a storm. So if you can hear the in the background, that's the wind. It's very rude, but please do try to ignore it. If you can hear it, that's what it is. We have got a fabulous craft along for you today, and we've got the fabulous Lily with us. We'll meet her just in a second. A couple of things I need to tell you about, which are very important for this next hour, and I think you'll want to know it. So first things, double points on everything across the entire website today. So if you're shopping for consumables, if you're stocking up on stash, if you're replenishing your card stock, your glue, whatever it is you want, we've got double points across everything for you. So as well as what we're going to show you today, go have a little look and get your stash. That's the best way to go up the points levels, I find. When we've got a double point event, you're going to get up those point levels really, really quickly. And then the other thing for you to know is if you spend $50 today, we've got free shipping for you in the US. Now that is per transaction. So shop cleverly. If let's say you spend $200 and you think, I love that, thanks, free shipping. And then you think, oh, but I wish I got that. And there's another $30 there and you want to go and get it. You need to spend $50 to get your free shipping. So have a good look at the website, get everything in your basket at once. Shop smart, get your free shipping, $50. Then £10 or $10 spent today, you're going to get a free gift, which is really good. And do you know what? I love it when we do a free gift. That's actually a really good usable free gift where everybody at home could want the free gift. This is one of our delicate lace borders from the brilliant Mediterranean Dream collection. And it's a really lovely long lace border. It's one of our edgeables, so you'll be able to cut on the edge of a card, cut a beautiful strip, do a wrap around a box if you want to. So many different things you can do with this. It's an excellent size. There it is there. Look at the size of that. And will work in your Gemini Mini, your Midi, your Junior, your Gemini 2. All of the machines, none are precluded. So I think that's a really good free gift for you today. £10 spent or $10 spent. That's everything I wanted to tell you. Lily, do you want to show everybody what you're going to be crafting along today?
I certainly do. So this is actually part 2 of our Valentine's craft alongs. Coincidentally, me or Leann, neither of us were there for part 1, but mixing things up a little bit, it was Debbie and Ben yesterday. We've got a part 2 with a completely different project, using a few different elements that we've brought to you as part of those Valentine's launches that we've been launching over the past couple of months. I'm going to create this style of card. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what style of card it is. It's like a diorama, but it's actually into panels. So we're going to be using the Love is in the Air. Anyone
I think we'll call it a
that?
3D pop-up panel card.
Oh,
Lily.
There you go. This is a 3D pop-up panel card.
There you go.
There you go. We've christened it right here, right now, using some of the elements from the Love Heart stamp and dies as well, bringing them all together to create quite a simple card, so hopefully one that you guys at home can follow along with as well. I
love that. It's nice to have something simple where you don't have to really tax yourself to make it, but it's displaying. And the thing I love about that one that Lily's done for us there, I love the fact that it really showcases your pretty papers, doesn't it? And then lets you embellish with whatever you want. And for all we're doing Love is in the Air today, that could be Mother's Day, it could be masculine, it could be any occasion you like. You're just going to change the paper and the embellishments. It's going to work for you. Let me show you what is in the Love is in the Air collection today. I'm really excited about that. It's a fabulous collection. You can see it here, but I've got all of the boards to show you in more detail what you're going to be getting. There are some beautiful pieces in this collection. I think some beautiful and unique pieces to things we've done before. What you can see here is a fabulous hot air balloon die set. And then you can see you've got that lovely little love word there. And you've got this little bunting that goes with it. And you can see the love can be on its own or it can cut into the balloon. It's entirely up to you. So this is the cut in. This is the waist that we've then stuck on top here. So you can do both. So it's a really usable little set. Then we've got a fabulous little stamp and die, which is our little love birds hiding behind a heart. I think they are the cutest thing I've seen in a long time. I really love them. Fabulous little love birds, them. It's almost like they're a little bit shy. I think it might be their first date lovebirds. They're a little bit shy, they're a little bit coy, a little bit twee. but gorgeous. Then we've got, you can't have love without Cupid, can you? And you know, I love that Cupid. I think that could have ended up looking not quite as Cupid-like, but our designers are fantastic. So we've got that lovely little cherub with the wings and the bow and arrow, and then everybody needs a heart with some wings for a love occasion. We've got a fabulous 3D embossing folder for you here, which you can see can be sanded back or inked. It's gorgeous, and that will work in the mini. Everything I'm showing you, actually, everything will work in the mini.
Wow,
which is great,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah,
it is
fabulous.
good. So if you've got the Gemini mini, you can use everything we've got. Of course, you can use your midi, your junior, or your Gemini, whatever you've got. It's up to you. My favourite thing in the entire collection, love letters. I love this so much. You've got a brilliant little stamp and die here to do this envelope, and it cuts so that you can put a letter inside. You've got the separate little envelope piece, so you can do that in a different colour and paper piece if you want to. You've got your little I love you note that you can pop in there as well. And then you've got, I'm going to turn it around so I can see what it says. Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine, Nicola? Of course you will. And then we've got a fabulous little love letter here. Nicola, we've got Nicola and Sam in the gallery today, guys. And then we've got roses are red, violets are blue. The dog is my favourite, but you're okay too. I love it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? A little bit of funny. Never a true word spoken, especially in our house. And then we've got the fabulous always and forever sentiment die. And you know, that's for everything, isn't it? That could be an always and forever friend.
Oh, yeah.
That could be, it doesn't have to be an always and forever romance. It could just be a connection. And I think there's lots of different things you can use this for. And then this is absolutely exceptional in that collection. I love it. All of these fabulous sentiments here. Our story so far, hugs and kisses. I'm going to have to turn it around and read it. Bear with, because I'm not that clever. The greatest love story of all. Wishing two people one wonderful life. Dear love, you make me happy in my heart. When I followed my heart, it led me to you. Our life's adventure, engagement, wedding day, anniversary, and then all of those fabulous little embellishments as well. That's a brilliant little set that's going to cover all romantic occasions, wedding, anniversary, just because Valentine's Day. It's just a brilliant set to have. And then, that's not all. You're also getting this absolutely exquisite paper pad. And Lily and I were just saying we'd buy 3.
At least, Leann, at least.
Honestly, because we love it, don't we, Lily?
We absolutely do. I mean, there's lots of prints in here that you'll be using all year round. It's not just Valentine's.
It's just a beautiful pad with gorgeous, gorgeous designs. I feel it's very calf kitten.
Oh, yes.
It is, isn't it? It feels a bit calf.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely love. Look at that. It's glorious. I would be buying 3 of these. Yes, it's everything. It's all year round. This is very spring. It's Mother's Day. It's best friend. It's fresh. It's going to be perfect for the seasons that are upcoming through Easter and spring, all the way through to the summer, actually. It's just a beautiful paper pad and that lovely 6x6 with a beautiful proportioned design. I wouldn't want one of them. I'd want several. So that is your Lovers in the Air collection. And you can see the price today is absolutely perfect. It's brilliant. You've got your platinum price there of £40 or $52. So look, $52. What did I say to you at the beginning? $50 and you get free shipping. So look, Lovers in the Air, if you're in the US, free shipping. So you're not paying for the shipping, which is marvellous. So I think it's a brilliant collection. You've seen it. Let's get straight into the detail with Lily and have a look at what we're going to do.
Absolutely. We'll first off have a little look at all the ingredients, as we like to call them, all the goodies that you'll need to create this particular project. So first up, from that Love is in the Air collection that Leann's just shown you, you're going to need the Dear Love stamp set, Love from Cupid die set, and the 6x6 inch paper pad. Then that beautiful Love Heart stamp and die set that you can see on that left hand side of your photo. You'll need some white cardstock, some green pearl cardstock, and also your Flagstone waterproof ink pad. And then next up, in terms of your tools and your adhesives, you're going to need your Gemini 2 die cutting machine, or like Leann said, it could really be any die cutting machine. Even your Gemini Mini will fit all of these elements through. You'll need a guillotine, a Scoremaster scoreboard, a stencil and stamp platform, scissors, pokey tool, your all-purpose glue, your tacky glue, foam pads, and then as well your low tack tape. And that's everything you're going to need to create this particular project. And this is the one we're going to get started right now and create this card. So we'll start off by actually making the card base itself. And to to do that, we're using some of our 300 GSM multi-purpose white cardstock. We'll start off with that panel, that sort of portion that forms the back of the card, because it's actually made up of 4 different pieces. We've got our back panel there, that large panel, and then we've got 3 identical scored panels on the front that gives us that lovely sort of shutter effect to the card. So for the back panel of our card base, we've got our white card, and we're going to trim this down to 5.5 inches. So let's trim down at 5.5, and then we're going to trim it up at 5 3/4. So this piece is 5.5 by 5 3/4, and that's going to form the back panel of our card base. Don't need to add any scores to that, so we'll just set that to one side, and we'll come back to that a little bit later. And then we'll move on to the 3 panels at the front, and like I've just said, these are all the same size, so we're going to cut 3 of the same size, and that size is going to be 7.5 by 1 3/4. So we'll just open out our arm to our guillotine, so just release that arm there that's not wanted to come out.
Can I help you? Push down. Push down and pull, Lily.
There we go, thank you. Teamwork
and then
makes
the little leg
dream work,
comes out to support it.
Absolutely, so that's nice and stable there, so we can cut those larger areas using this fabulous guillotine. So we're going to go in and we're going to cut down this piece, and this is just the extra portion from that A4 piece of card that we've just cut down, and we'll cut this down at 7.5 inches, just like so. And then we're going to cut it into 1 3/4, so it's going to be 7.5 by 1 3/4. So just line up. And what I love about this guillotine, well, let's be honest, there's a lot of things we all love about this guillotine, but I love the fact that you've got 1/4 inch increments actually engraved into the base here. So it's not just quarter, it's not just halves or 1 inch, you've got the 1/4 inch increments that makes it super easy to get those really accurate measurements when you're doing all of your matting and layering.
Thanks, Lily. Can I just say, everybody, I'm sure you can hear the wind.
Oh gosh, yes. It's not me, I promise, Leann. It is the wind.
It's not Lily, it's the storm, whatever she's called, I can't remember her name. Ewa or Eowyn? She sounds like a fairy elf anyway. She's definitely blowing a hoolie up here in the northeast right now, isn't she?
Oh, honestly, I got a bit battered walking in this morning, Leann. Yes, I look a little bit like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, but we made it. So you guys at home, if you can stay in, stay safe from the awful wind, because it is battering the building a little bit today, isn't it? So we've got our pieces here that are all measuring 7.5 inches by 1 3/4. You can see there, they're all exactly the same.
So did you get that all from one sheet of A4?
One sheet of A4, yeah. It's quite good to be able to get. You probably look at that and think perhaps it's a larger piece of card, but it's literally just one sheet of A4. We've cut it into half again, and we've got these little elements.
And would you be
here.
able to get the same from a sheet of US letter size?
Yes, you absolutely would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, now it's on to a little bit of scoring. Literally just a few score lines for this particular project. Not a lot of scoring at all, and not particularly technical, so it's a nice, easy one to put together. So we'll start off with one panel, and don't forget they're all the same size, and we're going to be scoring them all exactly the same. So we're going to butt it up against that left-hand side. This is just our score master. Any scoreboard will do. If you've got your big score, that's going to work perfectly. Your Ultimate Pro, where you've got your measurements, you can be using that as well. I'm going to score.
And if you haven't got a scoreboard, Lily, and you've got the guillotine, you could use the guillotine, couldn't you?
Absolutely. Another fantastic thing about this guillotine, it's not just engraved in there to give you that fantastic precision when you're cutting. It has that fantastic little tool there, and you can actually score. It is definitely, Leann's right, it's the best guillotine that's ever been invented. We love it. I know I could wax lyrical about it all day, and Leann certainly could, that is for certain. Anyway, back to the scoreboard. So we'll score in at 1 inch onto that left-hand side, and then we'll score in at 2 inch. I always say, make sure you don't go in, as I always say, like a bull in a china shop, as my mum would say, really heavily with that scoreline. Build up that scoreline with more lighter scorelines till you start to give you that lovely scoreline into your cardstock. And
so
then we'll
breaks
just
the fibres, doesn't it, Lily?
Absolutely, because if you go in really, really hard, especially if you've got a coated card, it can sort of crack a little bit. So just go a little bit more gently, start to train the fibres of that card. Yeah, several times until you can sort of see that scoreline a little bit more easily. I know it's a bit more difficult through the screen of the cameras, but just make sure you can see that scoreline. And we're scoring in again at the left-hand side, 1 inch and 2 inch. So it's identical from the left and the right. You've got your 1 inch scoreline, your 2 inch scoreline, and then you've got exactly the same on the other side, your 1 inch scoreline and your 2 inch scoreline. And we'll just reinforce those scores so you can see them a little bit easier there. You've got your section in the middle that's a little bit larger, and you've got your 2 pieces, just like you do with the diorama card, but just on a slightly smaller scale with the 3 separate panels. So we'll just go in and do exactly the same on the other 2 pieces, score at 1 inch and 2 inch.
Okay, while you're doing that, we'll watch you, and I'll just read out a few comments so we can see who's watching your craft along today, Lily. We've got Stephen Nicole. Hello. Stephen. PB Brewer Martin, hello again to you. Mary Beth Sin, Mary Beth Doyle, hello Mary Beth. Julie Palmer, Melanie D says hello from Florida, hello to you Melanie.
Hello.
Pat, one of my favourite names, Pat Tietchen. Hi Pat. She says hi Leann, Lily and the wonderful CTV crew and all my crafting friends from a cold but sunny New Jersey.
Ooh.
Hello Pat. Gillian Denton says good afternoon from a breezy Suffolk. Crafting Not Grafting by Hilary, hello to you. And Holly Colley there, Hilary. Cindy Condy says, hello all, I've been working on yesterday's craft along box. I'm a bit behind. Oh, do show us, Cindy.
Yes,
send a photograph, I'd like to
do.
see. Laurie's in, she says hello. Kirsty D, Sonia, Lois, Violet, Christine Mahoney, hello to you, my dear.
Hello.
Olga Vasquez is with us too. So many lovely comments. Thanks guys for joining. It's Happy New Year. It's the first time I've seen you since January as well.
Me and you
so
both, Leann.
yeah, Happy New Year to all of you
Happy New
viewers.
Year.
It's really lovely to see you. Violet says, I love a pretty card that can be made from my scrapbox.
Oh, yes.
This is definitely a pretty card that can be made from your scrapbox, isn't it, Lily?
I'll tell you a little secret, Leann.
Go
You
on.
know, we were saying how much we love these papers. This is pretty much all I had left of my paper pad. So this is literally a scrap buster. These are all the scrap papers I had left from that paper pad. But you can see, you probably wouldn't have known looking at that on the front there, that was literally the remnants of that paper pad. I will be getting more, don't you worry, at least 3. But that is just a scrap busting card, so great for all those scraps of paper that we all accumulate.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love it. Rachel, Mary Beth Doyle says she's going to watch and then do it later because she likes to take her time.
I don't
and
blame
I think
you.
that's a good idea because you can
I
watch,
agree.
you can ask the questions, you can join in the fun, and then you can just go back and you can pause, play, rewind, do what you like, can't you? I think it's great to do that.
Absolutely. Makes it so much easier, doesn't it? Crafting at your own leisure. Now we've got all of our pieces scored, so don't forget we've got our back panel there that we didn't need to add any score lines to. We've got our 3 front panels that will form that like diorama sort of shutter aspect to that. You can see there they're going to take shape beautifully just by sticking those onto the front panel there. But we'll leave that to one side and we'll start to bring in some of our mats and layers. So there is a fair bit of mat and layering to this card because we do have all of those separate sections, but it really does make a difference to have all those lovely papers decorating the card, and like I say, all of those beautiful scraps that we put into good use. Now we've got some green pearl card. I want to say it was from Sarah Sigg's The Snow Queen, but don't quote me on that because it might not be. But it's one that we've definitely released in the past, some of our lovely double-sided pearl that comes in some of our gorgeous collections. And we're going to cut that down into 3 of the same here. So we're going to cut it down to 1 5/8 of an inch. And quite often we get asked about 1/8 of an inch when it comes to our guillotine. Every mark in there, every square, that's 1/4 of an inch. So half of that is going to be 1/8 of an inch. So fairly easy to sort of eyeball that onto your scoreboard. And we're going to cut this down to 1 5/8.
We do have 1/8 of an inch on the ruler.
We do, yeah, absolutely. So you can just see just above there, you've got that line.
You've got a
that's part
guide,
between, It's easy enough to line that up, especially with these being actually engraved into the base of the guillotine. So 1 5/8, so that's half over the half line for that one. And then we're going to cut that down at 3 3/8 of an inch. So just halfway beneath the 3 1/2. And we're just going to cut 3 of these because these 3 are going to go onto the centre 3 front panels. So 3 of exactly the same here. So it's 1 5/8 by 3 3/8. So 1 of those, 2 of those, and then we'll bring in another of those. Do save your little scraps because even these tiny little pieces here, you probably think these will be waste, but we will be using those in just a few moments' time. Literally nothing is going to waste with this card at all, and which I absolutely love. I hate throwing even a tiny little scrap of paper away, especially when it's paper that's as gorgeous as this one. I do sort of resent having to throw anything away. So that's our 3 pieces there, all cut to exactly the same size. Then we're going to bring in the pattern papers that are actually going to mat and layer onto those. Now, we really are spoilt for choice in that paper pad, but like I was saying earlier, these were the scraps that I had left. We do have 2 nice full sheets here, but you will only need 2 full sheets with some spare to actually create this card. We're going to have 1 different pattern paper into the centre, and then the 2 slightly paler pattern papers on the top and bottom panels. Great thing about this paper pad is everything's going to match together absolutely perfectly, so you don't need to worry about whether the prints and the colours are going to coordinate. It's all going to look beautiful when you mix and mash it together. So this one is going to be 3 panels once again for our mats and layers, but this time we're going down 1/8 of an inch, so it's going to be 1 1/2. So it's just find the 1.5 line at the top with the measurement and then lining that up all down there with these measurements engraved into our base of our guillotine. So 1.5, and then it's going to be by 3.25. And then always check, always like to double check my measurements to make sure I've got it all correct. And you can see that I've got that nice slight 1/8 border all around the edge there to give you that slim matting layer. That's our centre one. Then we'll swap over to our other gorgeous, more peachy tone that we've got with this beautiful pattern paper. And once again, I'm going to cut down to exactly the same measurement here. So it's going to be 1.5 inch. So just lining that out, making sure we've got it level. So 1.5 by 3.25, exactly the same size as the one we've just cut, just from that slightly different pattern paper. And I love the fact that these are all unidirectional as well, so if you want to use it landscape or portrait, it's still going to work absolutely perfectly. I find it just allows us to get more from our pattern papers that way. So 1.5 once again by 3.25. And then that's giving us all of our mats and layers ready to be glued together. We'll glue them together in just a few moments' time for our centre panel. So 1, 2, 3 of those mats and layers. And then all it is are final mats and layers to go on the edges of our card. Just the little tiny ones here that go on the edge. So we're going to need quite a few of the different mats and layers to go on the side. So we're going to cut 12 of the green section, so bringing in all these little scraps, so the scraps that we've just saved at the edge of our guillotine there. We're going to be using these in just a few moments to actually start to build together these mats and layers for the sides. We're going to go 12 by 1 5/8. I believe this is already 1 5/8, so 1 5/8 there by 7/8 of an inch. So we're going to go on to about halfway under where we've got the 1 inch line there. You can see that slightly larger line on the guillotine there. That's exactly where we want to cut down to. So 7/8 of an inch, and we just need to cut 12 of those. So we've got 1 and keep going at 7/8 of an inch until we've got 12 of these mats and layers ready to add our pattern papers on, and then we can start to glue all of our mats and layers together. So just keep on
but
going.
I can have a look at some more comments while you're doing your cutting.
Let us
Lily,
know
why
what
not?
everyone's saying, how weather is going where everyone is at home.
Yeah.
Is it as bad as it is here? I'm hoping not.
It sounds like it.
Oh no.
So Rachel says it's Storm Owen.
Owen.
And
Ooh.
apparently there's some debates on pronunciation, so it's spelled E-O-W-Y-N.
Okay.
But apparently in Ireland even, it would be definitely pronounced Owen.
Owen,
So
okay.
Storm Owen.
Storm Owen, there you go.
Being a little tinker, you can hear him whistling in the background. Colleen says, I watch and then go back and watch and make. Easier for me. Don't blame you, Colleen. I would do exactly the same.
Agreed.
Pat says, you have the wind today, and here in New Jersey, we are warming up to 23 degrees with the wind chill of 18. No negative numbers. I call that winning at life, Pat. Polly says, so nice to see Leann and Lilly. Thank you, Polly.
Thank you.
Now then, how do I pronounce it?
Ooh.
Alcha. Alcha says, hello, Leann and Lilly.
Hello.
Happy New Year to you both. Thank you,
And
Alcha.
to you.
Alcha's in the Netherlands.
Oh,
lovely
wow.
to meet you, Alcha. I don't think we've met before, Alcha, so lovely to meet you. Fredworld Ruby says, good morning. That is a beautiful card.
Oh, thank you.
I agree with you, Ruby. Martha says, I do appreciate Lily's attention to detail and explanation.
Thank you. I'm very fastidious. Is that the word?
Nothing wrong with
very
being fastidious,
I
Lily.
certainly am. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys appreciate it.
I like a little bit of pedantic attention to detail.
Yeah, I'm also a pedant, Leanne.
Yeah, me
It
too.
does have to be said.
Yeah, me too, Lily. We're in good company, don't worry.
Yeah, you and me both.
Now then, I love this name, 69 Witchy Poo
Oh!
on YouTube. Hello, 69 Witchy Poo. Good to meet you. I don't think I've met you before. I
don't think I have either, Leanne. I think I would have remembered
I
otherwise.
would have remembered a 69 Witchy Poo, I can tell you.
Name of the day right
hello.
there.
Welcome to Crafters TV. I'm pleased you've joined the family, and I hope to see a lot more of you.
Absolutely.
They say good morning, good afternoon to the Crafty family.
Hello.
I hope to see more of you, Witchy Poo.
Yes.
Absolutely love
Please
that.
do.
Kathy says, I save it so I can watch it later. Hello, beautiful ladies. Right
Hello.
back at you, Kathy. Daphne, morning, Queen Leann and lovely Lily.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. It's 15 here in Ottawa.
Oh.
Nice to see you, lovely ladies. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my love. And Alcha says, I saved the show. I love the explanation of the measurement of the guillotine. There you go, Lily, you see.
Oh,
You've
us
made
loving the
Alcha very
guillotine
happy.
pays
Yeah.
off.
Have you got your 12? Are we still
We've
going?
got our 12, yeah. So we've got our 12 of our green here. So we've got 12 all exactly the same size, tiny little mats and layers, and then it's time to bring in our pattern papers. So don't
and are
forget,
you chopping 12 of them now?
we certainly are, yes.
Right, well, we'll have a
Carry
little
on.
look while you're chopping your 12. I'm
Yep.
going to show everybody because you've seen how to do it. Just remind everybody of that measurement of the paper.
So the
Lily.
measurement for the smaller one that we just cut in here, this is going to be cut down to 1.5 inches by 3/4.
Okay, lovely. Now I'll just show you what's in the deal while Lily's cutting 12 of them, and then we're using the time efficiently. So what you're getting in your deal today, Lovers in the Air, you're getting all of these beautiful elements that you can see. So you've got that fabulous little die set there, which is Love from Cupid. That's the little Cupid, his bow and arrow, his heart and his heart with wings. You've got my favourite, the first date lovebirds with their little hearts there. We've got the hot air balloon, which has a lovely cut out love sentiment, so you can use it in a couple of different ways with that lovely bit of bunting. A 3D embossing folder that will work in your mini. You've got your always and forever sentiment. You've got my favourite piece, the stamp and die set with those lovely little love letters there, especially roses are red, violets are blue. The dog is my favourite, but you're okay too. I love that so much. And then a fantastic sentiment set, plus a brilliant 6x6, super pretty paper pad with all of these beautiful designs in. It's absolutely glorious. You're getting all of that today, your platinum price of £40 or $52. Now remember, if you spend £10 or $10 today, we're going to send you this free gift with this fabulous die set, a beautiful lace edgeable from Mediterranean Dreams. So £10 or $10, and you're getting that free today. So you're going to get that free with your Lovers in the Air collection. And then also, if you spend $50 today, whether it's on the Lovers in the Air collection or anything on our website, we're going to give you free shipping. Shop carefully because that's per transaction. So you'll be spending $50 and getting free shipping. But let's say you did $200, you went and filled your boots, you got all of your consumables, you know you need to stock up on some stuff, but then you spotted another 30 later that you needed, you'd need to spend another 50 to get the free shipping. So shop smartly, shop cleverly. However, if all you're wanting today is this fabulous Lovers in the Air collection, $52 platinum price, you're getting free shipping anyway. How are you doing with the chopping, Lily?
We've literally just chopped the final one, so we've
Excellent.
got all of our pieces here. I'll just recap the measurements for you guys at home. So we've got our 12 in the green, and these are measuring 1 5/8 of an inch by 3 3/8 of an inch. I tell a lie, that was the larger ones. So that's the larger ones measuring that. The smaller ones, we've got 12 of the 1 5/8 of an inch by 7/8 of an inch. And then we've got 12 of our pattern paper to mat and lay onto there. So that's 12 of 1.5 inches by 3/4. And they're all going to fit onto the centre of the green panels that we've just cut down to size.
Lovely. So we're going to let Lily do all of her matting and layering, and we're going to let you have a little break while she does that. So we're going to pop and have a little look, give you a couple of minutes, go and check out, have a look on the website, see what you'd like. And when we come back, Lily will have finished our matting and layering, and then we'll get on with the next bit of this fabulous craft along.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leann helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Hello, my name is Christine Mahoney. I love Crafters TV for so many reasons. Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects. That's what sells me on buying the products because they show us how to use them. I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course, and everyone involved in Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. And of course the interaction with all of the people that write in. I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much. So, cheers to my favorite crafting company of all time. You bring me such joy like the taste of this fine red wine. The products, the people, and Crafters TV bring me joy, make me happy, and you're all family to me. I love you all so very much. Now let's all stay in touch. Cheers.
We're just talking about the recent series of the Traitors in the UK. It's the final tonight, so we've got wine and snacks ready. We can't wait. Lily's just finishing a little bit of matting and layering, Lily, yeah?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd take a moment to just talk to you about this fabulous vintage cake card kit that we've got for you. Now, it's got 60, we had a showstopper. Can I just say, if you like the look of this, just go and get it in your basket with your lovers in the air, or while you're shopping on the website with your double points on everything today, and your £10 free gift, and your $50 free shipping. What's not to love? If you like the look of this, then don't hang about, because it was part of a showstopper earlier and it's sold out and gone, which just goes to prove you need to get it when you see it if you like it. So this is an absolutely incredible collection. I absolutely love it. It's got 60 pieces inside, and in here you've got instructions to show you how to construct these cards. Lily said she thinks she'll have time to show us how to do one before the end of the craft along hour, which will be really lovely. And then you get all of these fabulous die cut sheets to be able to lay them up together and make the most exquisite 3D vintage heart cake easel cards. They're absolutely glorious, and everything die cut. You don't even have to cut anything out. Every single thing die cut. So it makes it so easy for you. It's brilliant. And you get your envelopes. It makes 20 full cards. It's incredible. Lily, can I pinch that basket from you?
Oh, yes.
For a
Yeah,
second?
absolutely can.
Oh, sorry, I just fell off
There
my
you go.
step.
Ooh.
Oh dear, I'm back here. I fell off my step. I'm back. I'm all over the place. I'm going rogue. Poo Sam's like,
Oh, no.
Where are you? Stay still, woman. I've got the camera to follow you.
Come
But you
back.
know, I wanted to show you because they don't look as gorgeous when they're flat. Look at that. That's what this card kit is going to do for you. How exquisite is that? For only $19.99 or $23.99 today, your platinum price. I think that is something you might want to put in your basket. This is great for teacher gifts, for the kids. It's great for kids to give to family. It's good to send for Valentine's. If you've got a craft stall and you're wanting to sell the cards, then you can absolutely do that. But then even if you just use half this year and half next year, you're prepared, you're ready. It makes 20 full cards in that beautiful easel design, not one bit unpatterned, no white on this card. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think the designs are exquisite, I really do. And I think for this quality of thick cardstock, with all of these pieces, to make 20 full cards like this, fully die cut, so you don't need to get a pair of scissors out, you just need some glue, I think it's incredible. I do think that is a really, really, really good deal to help yourself to today. Have you finished your Leann and Lilly?
Certainly have, yes.
Okay, Lily's ready for the next bit.
We certainly are. So we're going to go back to the card base that we sort of half put together a little bit earlier on in the project. We've got our back piece there that we're not going to do any matting and layering to, because all those lovely mats and layers are going to be brought onto these 3 panels that we have scored. Now, I did burnish those score lines earlier on, but I find it a lot easier to actually flatten those score lines back out when you're going to start matting and layering onto those pieces. Just means you're not sort of fighting with card that's being really folded into position. So we'll start off with this one here, and we'll start off with our beautiful darker colour tone of that pattern paper, which is going to form the middle panel of our actual card. Now, you can be using different adhesives to stick this down. Just for speed, we're going in with one of our fabulous refillable tape pens here. They're going to work an absolute treat for this sort of job. Really quick and easy, no mess whatsoever. But with this being a coated cardstock that we are sticking, if you want to be using a wet glue, I definitely recommend going for your tacky glue. Just going to make sure that it's going to stick perfectly with it being a pearlised and coated surface onto our green cardstock. So just popping some adhesive onto the back there. You can see with it being an 1/8 of an inch increments that we cut our mats and layers down to, gives us that really nice thin border of the green, gives you that really sort of professional look of finesse with your mats and layers. So going in with our tape pen onto the back and just sticking onto that centre panel.
Lovely, we'll watch you do that and I'll have a look at some more comments, Lily. We're going to do the same for the other 2, aren't we?
Absolutely. Let us know, is there any more funny names that we're going to be entertained by? I'm hoping
you never
so.
know, you never know.
We'll soon
hold
see.
your breath, Lily, and I'll see if I can deliver. We've got Amanda Hubbard here. She says, hi Leann, it's lovely to see you back, and well, Lily, oh my goodness, it's wonderful to see you back on CCTV.
Oh, thank you, Amanda.
That's lovely, isn't it? Evelyn says, good morning to my crafty friends, and Leann and Lily, great to see you beautiful ladies, miss you both.
Oh.
I'm so glad the craft along is back. It's lovely to see you, Evelyn. Christine Mahoney says, happy birthday the other day, Leann Chivers, hope you had a great birthday. I did, Christine, I'm saying I did, I was a bit had the flu. So I did pop out for a little bit of a pub lunch, pub tea time with my granddaughters and son and his partner, my hubby. But me and the hubby, we're going out this Saturday. He's taking me out. I'm going to get my glad rags on.
Ooh.
And he's going to take me shopping and for cocktails. He doesn't know it yet, but he is going to be doing that. So I'm excited for that, Christine. Thank you for asking. Wendy says, hi Leann and Lily.
Hello.
CTV community and all the crafters and the crew. Hope you're feeling better, Leann. I'm feeling a lot better, thank you, Wendy. Now then, Trish Listell on YouTube.
Another
Lily,
fabulous name. We love it.
says, I'm crafting along this morning.
Ooh,
Could
yay.
you post all the measurements, please?
Absolutely. I'll pop that on my Facebook page straight after the show. I'll put all the instructions, all of my little crib sheet here. I'll share that all with you guys straight after the show, so you've got all of that if you have missed any of the measurements.
Thank you. That's for you, Trish, and everybody else watching. It'll be on Lily's Facebook page. Okay.
So it will.
Wendy says, ooh. Ooh. I can't wait for the final of Traitors tonight.
Ooh.
And then she says, I hope Charlotte doesn't win. I'm with you on that, Wendy, because I think there's been playing the game and then there's been a bit evil.
We don't
Who
like
are you
evil.
rooting for? I was sad when Freddie went out. Who are you rooting for? That's what I want to know, Wendy. Colleen Cowell-Passardi on Facebook says, Leann, I love watching the Traitors in the States. So fun to see what happens in every show. Could not agree more. I really like the presenter that you've got in the States. He's Scottish, isn't he? He's Alan somebody or other. Alan Cumming. Yeah, I love him. I think he's great. We have divided opinions in our house. I think he's great. My husband can't watch him, but I think he's great. Wendy says, I bought the vintage card pack and I'm going to use them for Mother's Day cards for the care home my auntie's in to raise funds for the residents. Do you know, Wendy, I love that idea because when you look at the designs of those vintage cards, actually just leave off the Valentine sentiment and there's nothing Valentine about it. It's just a lovely love-giving card. I think that's a brilliant idea. So snap up your love card easel kit and do what Wendy suggests. It's a brilliant suggestion. Okay, Lily, back to you.
It is. Right, so we've got our 3 panels all matted and laid. I've just burnished those score lines a little bit more so you can see that starting to take the shape of that diorama style of card. So all you need to do to that is you start off with your valley folds on the 2 outermost score lines, and then you just fold the other way, the mounting fold on that second score line, so it gives you that folding shape, that sort of spring action, which is what allows this card to fold flat as well. So we've got our back panel here. We'll start off with our lighter colour tone, and all we need to do is just take some tape onto those 2 outermost sections. I would usually go for a red liner tape when I'm crafting at home, but just because, quite frankly, I don't want to have anybody watch me fight with the backing of red liner tape. We haven't got that long left on the show. I could probably spend the next 20 minutes battling with the backing. You know what it can be like with it being static, but just for speed we'll go in with our tape pen and just line up one side of that front section and then line up the other, and that gives you that first panel onto your card base, just like so. And it's just a case of repeating that. I've actually formulated the card and the measurements, so you've got a little bit of a gap. It's about 1/4 inch between the 2 panels. Of course you could have them flush with each other, but we're going with a little bit of a gap, so I'll find it easier to line up the top one flush with the top, and then we'll line up the other opposite end there, so we know that we've got perfect spacing when it comes to our final section in the middle. So first section there, we'll line that up flush, so the top of that is lining up with the top of our card base, and same with the left hand sides, they're all lining up, and then burnish that once we've positioned that perfectly onto that back panel, and then just do exactly the same with the other one there. Just line the corners up there so it's flush with that back section of the card base, and you've got those 2 panels good to go. Then I find it a little bit easier just to fold those out flat to help me get that measurement and that perfect placement for this centre panel. More tape onto just those first 2 sections there, just the outermost ones. You don't need any tape onto the middle or the 2 other sections there. And then we're just going to line this up, so making sure I've got an even spacing between the bottom of that top section and the top of the bottom section. Line one side up. Once you're happy with that, we'll flip over to the other side, we'll fold those 2 pieces back, and we'll just make sure that we've got that perfect placement there and that even spacing. And once we're happy that's nice and level, we'll just burnish that into position just to make sure that glue is grabbed. And then you can see you've got your 3 panels there that are all going to fold flat for posting, so they're still going to go through the mail nice and easy, but they're just going to spring back into position once you give them a little bit of a fold. Now that's the basic card shape, all good to go. We'll bring in some decoration next though, and this is where we bring in that fabulous Love is in the Air collection. I adore this collection. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Had to bring in the little cherub there. I think he's gorgeous, our little Cupid. So we'll bring him in. You've got lots of dies within this one. You've got 4 separate dies. We'll bring in his little arrow as well. Got the Cupid himself and his arrow, and anyone that's watched me before knows, I'm sure, that I absolutely love a drop shadow, so of course we're going to have to go in with 2 separate colours of cardstock, and all it is just offsetting one of the layers beneath to give you that slight little pop of colour, that little extra bit of interest that really does help to elevate your die cut elements. And we'll grab some of that green pearl cardstock. We'll take some of our low tack tape just to make sure that as these go through the die cutting machine, because we are cutting more than one die at once, that they don't actually move and bite into each other as they go through that die cutting machine. So we'll just pop that into position. And we are actually going to use our Gemini midi, because I know that Sarah and Ben had a fantastic deal on this on Wake Up Call. So if you've got yourself another Gemini midi, these dies are going to work an absolute treat through that. And like Leann says, even through the mini as well.
I'm just hearing in my ear there, Lily, that we get a free goodie bag.
A free goodie bag, I know. Everyone's favourite prize, free. Always good to have some free goodies. So I thought we'll show you how perfectly these will work with your Gemini midi die cutting machine. Just ease that through. You can see it's cut like a hot knife through butter, even with a tiny, really detailed, intricate little arrow like that. You can see it's cut perfectly. So that's with our green, and we'll do exactly the same once again, this time with our white cardstock, just so we've got that layer to drop shadow underneath the green to really make it pop from our card base. Just making sure we've got that onto the cardstock. You know, I can be very, very stingy with my my card. Don't like to waste anything. Just make sure they're both onto the cardstock, tape them down, and we'll run them back through. Nice and easy to use these with all your die cutting machines. If you're crafting on the go, your Gemini midi or your mini are going to be perfect for that. You can just get all your die cutting done nice and quickly. So we'll just remove that from our folder, and then that's going to give us 2 of our cherubs and 2 of our arrows. We can start to drop shadow these together. With the wing there, you can see that you've got that open element into the centre of the wing. If you have got one of your electronic machines where you've got your rubber mat, you can actually run that back through with your rubber mat with the embossing die sandwich, and you can emboss that even further to give you even more depth and dimension, but you can actually see that a little bit already on there, even without running that back through with your rubber shim. And of course you can stencil through that as well, so you can use that as almost like a stencil to add your inked detail to the wing. Works great if you've got a really pale blue ink pad. Something like your baby blue water reactive will work perfectly through there. So that's our die cutting done for that section. We'll just bring in some of our tacky glue and start to drop shadow these together. So we'll take our white to be the underneath layer, so we'll add our glue onto the
We'll
back
watch you
of our
do
glue.
that and just look at some comments, Lily.
Oh yeah, keep them coming.
So Christine says, today's day for all affected by this storm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fierce up here in Scotland and it's a good show. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Lily, Sian says, thank you, Lily, for this. I'm using all my scraps for this card.
Oh, it's what it's all about. Get those scraps out. Don't throw them away.
Karen says, I love this card and it's really good to see you both. Thank you,
Thank
Karen.
you.
Kathy's just ordered it. Good for you,
Woohoo,
Kathy.
go Kathy.
Nancy says, hello, a little late joining, but happy to see you. Love
Aw,
this card.
thank you.
Pat says, lovely card, and it's lovely to see Lily and Leann together again. Quick
Aw.
question, what is the size of the finished card?
Oh, that is a good question. It will be the size of the back panel actually, which is 5 3/4 in height by 5 1/2, and it'll just fall down flat, just like so. So 5 3/4 by 5 1/2 inches.
Thank you. 69 Witchy Poo on YouTube. Thank you for commenting again. I'd just like to say
Yes,
your name.
more comments please.
Says, glad Freddie is gone, but surprised about Jake, if I am honest. Yeah, me too. And, 69 Witchy Poo,
Yep.
your name's Colleen. Hello, Colleen.
Hello, Colleen.
But please, can I call you 69 Witchy Poo?
Yeah.
Because it gives me joy, great joy. Kathy Myers says on Facebook, holy smoke artichoke, so glad I ordered it. I'm sure you are, Kathy. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous collection. And we'll watch what Lily's up to now.
So we've just done our drop shadows onto our cherub and our tiny little arrow, and we'll just pop them onto our card base. Think a little bit of an angle there, like he's shooting his arrow upwards. A little bit of foam paddage, as always. Do look like a foam pad, a little bit of dimension onto the back of there. And then we'll just stick our arrow flat, just sort of flying out of his bow and arrow there. You can actually stick between the two layers, so I just pop foam pads onto that bottom section. You can sort of bridge the gap and stick the two sections together. They will still fall flat if they are stuck together. That choice is entirely yours, or you can keep them sort of separate sections like we have done here. That choice is yours. But we'll leave that to one side while we bring in some more elements that I know a lot of you guys at home have already got your hands on, so much so that we actually sold it out. So it's a little bit naughty that I'm using this, but I hope you guys at home, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell Sarah and Ben when they come back tonight. Don't tell anyone. Bringing in the love hearts because they are absolutely fabulous. They're going to be perfect little embellishments to finish off our card. So we're going to take some of the
I think if anybody at home sad they didn't get it because it's sold out, I think I can confidently say I'm going to work my magie and we'll get it back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
going to put my foot down with a firm hand.
Well, it's happening then. There's nothing anyone else can say about it.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Well, I'm glad because it is absolutely fabulous. Valentine's and beyond. So we'll start off with the die. Love the fact that you get all those love hearts joined together. I'm not being funny. If you wanted to cut a load of these and it was one tiny die, you'd be here till next Christmas, quite frankly. So I love the fact that you've got tons of these all joined together. You've got all the paper included with the perfect sort of pastel colours for all of your sweets. And I have to say, when I was making cards with this, what I like to do is start off by cutting loads and loads and loads of love hearts, stamping loads and loads of them out, and then just keeping them in a little plastic bag ready to add on to my projects as and when I need them. So there's our beautiful pink colour tone, all die cut. And then we'll bring in some of that lovely orange cardstock and do exactly the same. We're only going to use 3 on this project, but I'll be saving all these for a little bit later so I can create lots of beautiful love heart themed projects. So running that through, once again, this one will fit through your Gemini Mini as well as the MIDI that we're using here. And of course, anything upwards of that will fit through an absolute treat as well. And we've got all of those beautiful orange love hearts, very easy to pop out of the die, all good to go, ready to be stamped. So there we go. And then we bring in our stamps that are all included within this collection. You've got your alphabet in there, your punctuation, and all of your lovely little sentiments. I have to say, Leann, I don't know if this was to do with you, but YOLO. Did you put that in there?
I did.
She did. Okay. There we go. It did make me giggle, I have to say. We'll go for my hero.
You only live once.
It's true. It is very true. So
you
we'll
only
use
live once,
it.
and if you're not careful about only living once, you'll end up with some FOMO as well.
Oh, shame there's not a FOMO in there, isn't there?
There's not a FOMO.
Well,
I was
if you ever do
toying with
another.
the idea, but then I thought it didn't really go with a love heart.
Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll use the YOLO, especially for you, Leann. Given you've put it in there for us, I think it'd be rude not to use it.
Yeah.
Love the fact that you have that.
It's very much my strategy in life.
Absolutely. It's got to be.
Fling myself in, live for the day.
Absolutely, yeah. There we go. So I love the fact that you've got this tiny little acrylic block. It's probably the cutest acrylic block I have ever seen. It's absolutely adorable. Just pop your stamp on there, ink your stamp up with the ink pad that's included, and then just stamp into the centre. I have to say, I did try using a stamping platform instead of the acrylic block, and I found it so much quicker and easier just to use this little acrylic block.
Yeah.
You can stamp tons and tons of these out at once. So if you are batch making, if you are making up loads of these love hearts ready to be used as embellishments, this is definitely the way forward to be using this fabulous little block. And of course you can use it with lots of other stamps as well. It's not just about using it with these particular stamps. One you'll be having in your stash for many, many years to come. I've liked the YOLO so much I've used it twice, but never mind, there we go.
Doesn't matter.
We're definitely YOLOing. It's a
We're
double
definitely
YOLO.
YOLOing today.
We certainly are.
Wendy Graham says, I wanted Freddie to win. I liked Freddie, Wendy. But seeing he was banished, I want Leann or Jake. I am rooting for Jake because he had the traitors from the beginning. I think he's a good little human. I like Jake, so I'm rooting for Jake. Nikki, Nicola, you're rooting for Alexander.
Oh.
Sam, who are you rooting for? Sam doesn't watch it. Sam, I thought we were friends. You're going to have to revise that, Sam. You're going to have to binge all of it. Nicola, make sure it happens. Thank you. Lily, are you watching?
I'm not, but Liam was telling me all about it this morning. I thought, you know what, this sounds really quite good, so maybe it will be my new watching obsession.
You've got it. Why don't you catch it up this weekend?
I'm not sure I'll be able to watch it all. How
Yes,
much
you
have I
can.
got to watch?
Not many. Like 12.
Oh.
Easy. That's a bingeable.
Okay.
That's a bingeable.
It might happen, it might happen.
Yeah, that's bingeable. Sonia says, my first box that I got since I've been back, I had purchased these love hearts and I absolutely adore them. They're so cute. I love all the little sentiments that go in and I like the fact they connect so it cuts a lot at one time. We agree, Sonia.
We agree.
And I confirm they will, they will be coming back. They will return.
They will. And we'll welcome their return as well. So on our original, we did actually use some of the sentiment stamps from that collection, but I'm just conscious of time. I know we desperately want to squeeze in one of those cards from that fabulous card kit.
Yes, please.
So we're going to use our love hearts. We're going to use 4 instead of 3, and we'll just miss off our sentiments. Very easy. If you do want to pop the sentiments on at home, it literally is just using that fabulous Dear Love stamp set, stamping onto some white card, matting and layering onto a very thin border of your lovely green pearl card, and that's going to give you your sentiments using your stamps. But we're just using some of the die cut elements from your beautiful Love Hearts stamp and die set, popping those onto there, finishes it off quite nicely. Very simple card, but quite a fun fold of cards, something a little bit different. So that's the one we've just created, a little bit different to the one that I made just a few days ago, bringing in different sentiments, but you can see how easy it is to create that style of card base.
I absolutely love that. So pretty, Lily. And I think that is going to be usable all through the year. Wedding cards, birthday cards, mail cards, baby cards, toddler cards, love cards, wedding cards, anniversary cards. Just because you're my friend cards and you're going to be able to use your scraps up. I love that.
Yeah.
Marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. I think that's incredible, Lily. Would you like my card kit or have you got one?
I've got one.
You've
I've
got
got my very own.
I'm excited. Should we have
Right.
a quick reminder of the Lovers in the Air bundle now that we've seen that lovely card, and then we'll watch Lily. Oh no, we're a bit short on time, aren't we?
Right, speed crafting,
Go on,
Leann.
speed
right.
crafting, Lily.
Well, if ever there was a perfect kit to do some speed crafting. So, for each one of the designs, you can see you've got lots of different colours. You get 2 separate sheets, which enables you to create one card. So we'll just go, I won't spend too long choosing, otherwise we will be here for a lot longer than we've got left on the show. We'll go for the one that's on the top, this beautiful
I think if you
design
just see
here.
the easel assembly, then
Absolutely.
the embellishment can be up to the person,
Up to
can't
you.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
you've got lots of options for your embellishment. You can see they're all die cut. Each each sheet is absolutely packed full of embellishments, but in terms of the actual card base itself, all you need is these two pieces. So you've got that main section there, your full love heart, and this piece here which has a score line, well, a couple of score lines in, and that landlocked section in the middle there that you just need to remove. So all you're going to do, and I love the fact as well that all of the sheets are double-sided, gives you a beautiful, really professional, really expensive looking look and feel to your card. So all you're going to do with this piece, you're going to fold it in half. Now if you wanted to not create an easel, you could just fold it in half, just trim a little bit from the back piece so it does stand, and then you could create a tent fold card just like so. But the concept with these is to bring in that extra score line there, just score along there. That's going to start to create your easel card. A little bit of adhesive on that bottom section there, just up to the score line. So we're going with our tape pen just for speed, all the way up to that score line. We'll bring in that extra separate piece there, that beautiful full heart. We'll pop that, offer that up, make sure it's nicely burnished, fold that into position. Of course, you'll use one of your elements, for example, this beautiful little sentiment here with a foam pad. That will give you your stopper. While we're here, let's pop a foam pad on the back of there so you can get the full effect of when this beautiful card is actually stood up. So a couple of foam pads onto our stopper. You could be using pretty much anything as part of this kit for a stopper. We'll just stand that up, make sure we're happy with where that stopper is in the centre, and then that's just going to stop that card from falling down. Of course, you've got tons and tons of decorations that you could be adding onto that card there. You've got all these beautiful flowers, all die cut, so you can literally just pop those out, pop them onto your card to decorate. You could even be bringing in some of your glitters, some of your gilding flakes, some of your glazes as well to further embellish this. But you can see how easy it is to create your easel card just with two pieces there, the folded piece and that extra piece to create that top section there, literally in seconds. It is super easy and they look absolutely gorgeous, really professional. And if you are crafting, perhaps making to sell, or perhaps you're crafting for charity, these are the ones to go for because they're quick, easy, but they still look absolutely fabulous.
Thank you, Lily. That was
quick
the
and easy.
speediest demonstration I've seen, and I'm grateful for that. But I wanted you to see how you put that fabulous kit together, because I think if you're getting lovers in the air, you need to get that heart kit as well.
Oh,
it's
yes.
absolutely incredible. Very quick recap of Lovers in the Air. This is your collection. This is your £40 or $52 platinum price. You've got your hot air balloon with all of the embellishments that you need in there. We've got our first date lovebird stamp and die set. 3D heart embossing folder works in your Gemini Mini. Everything works in your Mini. Always and forever beautiful die cut sentiment. The Cupid, the bow and the arrow, and as Sam said, shoot that poison arrow through your heart. Not quite as good as that, and that was bad. This is a stamp and die set, which I love. Roses are red, violets are blue, the dog is my favourite, but you're okay too. And then all of these fabulous sentiments here, and the incredible paper pad, which is just absolutely glorious. I really love it. It's just so lovely. I mean, I would be buying a couple more of them because I would never want to run out of those amazing papers, but that's just me. Then £10 or $10 spend, you're getting your free edgeable die from the Mediterranean Dreams collection, and because you're spending $52 today, you're getting free postage as well, which is absolutely incredible.
Ooh.
I've loved this hour. It's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That
It's
inspiration.
absolutely flown by, hasn't it, Leann?
Hasn't it?
We should do it more often.
We should do it more often. Let's make a plan to do it more often. I'd love to do that. I've loved joining you. Thank you very much for watching. It's been incredible. Now remember that we have got double points across everything on our website for you today. So you can literally go and move up those levels of membership pretty darn quickly when we've got a double points event. So go and have a look. We've got two new what? What?
Oh.
We've got two new Club Inspire levels.
Uh-huh.
Coming soon. Platinum Plus and Platinum for Life.
Oh, it's exciting.
Oh my word. That is more exciting than the final of the traitors. Me bottle of wine and me snacks.
Platinum Plus.
Platinum for Life. 15,000 for Platinum Plus points and 50,000 for Platinum for Life. Well, that's something I didn't know, and I'm off to research that right now. That is very exciting. If you haven't joined Club Inspire yet, please do. It's free. As soon as you shop, you get bronze level, so you're shopping straight away, and your first order, you get platinum price. So that's a reason to shop today if you haven't already registered. And then, my God, new levels coming. I can't hardly believe it. That has thrown me a spin ball at the end of this show today. I'm loving that. And then, of course, you've got your double points across everything. Spend £10 or $10, you're going to get your freebie today as well. And you've got your free shipping on $50. Shop smartly because it's per transaction. Is there anything else I need to tell everybody, Nicola? There we go. That's everything. We're going to see you at 5 o'clock. I won't. I'm off to open the wine and watch the traitors. But the team will be back at 5 o'clock and it'll be a great 2 hours. I think Ben will be back. And Lily, are you back?
No,
with Ben?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ben and
my
Sarah
word.
bringing out the big guns.
Okay, 5 o'clock, Sarah and Ben. It's going to be a whirlwind, but it'll be fantastic. So please do come back. I'll be back with you very soon, I'm sure. I think I'm back next week sometime, actually.
You are, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
2 o'clock.
Thank you. Well, because Lily does the schedule. Thank you, Lily, for reminding me what I'm doing next week. Tuesday, 2 o'clock. I can't wait. I'll see you there. Be there or be square. Come back and see Sarah and Ben at 5 o'clock. Please take care. Stay safe in this storm. And we'll see you very soon. Lots of crafty love. Mwah.
Bye.